Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Urban CGTV, and I am your host, the Art Poet. Okay, in our last video, we went over attaching the weapon to the model, and also we did a basic idle animation. In this tutorial, we'll be doing a basic run style animation. So you guys stay tuned. All right, let's get into it. And I'm going to hit the 3 button to go to the right side of my character model, and we're going to start off with the first pose. I'm going to have it kind of a strut, or a stride if you want to call it. We'll start out his first pose as a stride. And usually it's a monster. He's a biped monster, so it's going to be similar to how we run as humans or any other biped creature. Also going to add a little bit of his monster flair in it as well. And keep in mind, I do have the weapon attached to him, and it seems pretty heavy even to a monster like him, so I don't want it to be having a lot of movement as he's running. Well, I don't want it similar to the free arm, put it like that. And then grabbing the foot control bone, I press G, then I press Y to move it on the Y axis. I'm going to add this pelvis bone. I'm probably going to bring that. No, I'll probably keep that up for right now. Grab this bone. Foot control bones come in handy. I could have had some hand control bones, but I kept the rig simple. Probably for my next creature, I'm going to do a more advanced rigging pose. Probably add a lot of tentacles and stuff, but that's in a future video. I'm going to use some simple techniques for this run pose. It ain't gonna be too simple, but it's going to be simple compared to what we could do with this engine. Scaling the right foot on the x-axis, or moving it on the x-axis. I want it to look as realistic as possible. Open the mouth a little bit. Kind of looks like he's skating right now, but we'll see what the finished product looks like. Oop, and my phone just went off. That back. Now we're going to go over to the fingers and try to make a fist, or at least a clenching pose while he takes his first stride. I want it to look good from both angles, but particularly the front, because more than likely he's not going to be running from the character. He's going to be running to the character, or chasing him, more likely. I grab each bone, I press R to rotate, I press G to grab and move it in its desired pose, however I see fit. Alright, with that done, I want to hit I. I'm going to go down to location, rotation, scale. And that first pose is done. The first stride is done. Now we're going to work on the in-between. The in-between basically happens when the feet cross, or the two legs cross, or begin to cross. Kind of be like a midway point before the very next stride, which in this case is this monster's stride will be with his right. Kind of want to adjust everything, make it look, as real and as unreal as possible, however you see fit. I say I'm going off of real life as inspiration because it's still a biped monster. He's carrying a lot of weight as well. I will also grab the pelvis bone and lift him up a little bit to show that he's putting pressure on the feet that was just planted on the ground as he makes for his next stride of his right leg. All right. Press A to select everything, then I to location, rotation, scale. It does look like he's skating a little bit though. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to try to copy the first pose, then paste it on the x-axis. So it'll kind of like duplicate everything, but on the other side. But don't know how it's going to turn out. So you guys are going to bear with me. Okay, we're going to go up to paste on the x-axis. And that didn't go as planned for some reason or another. But oh well, since this is a basic rig, I guess we can correct what doesn't cross over. So either way, it's still good. I'm going to do this one more time. Yeah, both of the arms and shoulders and head did what it was supposed to do. It's just the legs. The legs got lost in the deal or something. We're about to fix that right now. I'm going to do that by grabbing the foot controls, and we're going to move each leg in its correct order. And this will be the second stride. So that right leg is supposed to, going to move that along the y-axis, moving it forward. And we're going to move the left leg backwards as so. All right. Bend this leg down. I'm going to get this front view. Oops. Grab the foot, not the foot control. There we go. Probably move that mallet up a little bit as well. Or maybe not. Maybe I will. I don't know. See how it looks. I generally keep it in this animation tab view so I can see the whole body. And basically I can see it, helps me see it from different angles. Alright. It's a little, alright. Doesn't look too bad. You can see there's obviously a presence of a ground or gravity coming off the first stride. He then steps down and show the in-betweens. The in-betweens is what helps. Even a basic rig like this, as far as posing goes, in-betweens can help. Helps making it look that more realistic. Alright, now we're going to do the second in-between, which will I tried to copy and paste again and it didn't work. So what we're going to have to do is going to have to go in manually and do it, but that's okay. I'm going to start by moving the right leg backwards, as so. I'm going to have to throw the left leg up, as so. I'm using the right angle. Yeah, I'm going to have to go into the front view sooner or later because front looks kind of crazy. Right, and move the arms. Yeah, definitely going to have to move the arm a little bit. I don't want it directly copying the other side. Alright, that in between's out the way. Now I'm going to get the very first pose. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to place it at the end of this run cycle. And that worked out pretty good. I think we're running on, about 30 or 60 frames per second. I forget at the time, but it's whatever it is, you're going to change it anyway, especially when I apply these animations when we go on into the game engine. So it looks pretty good right now. Real basic model, real basic run cycle. Of course, I can do a little bit more things like moving the shoulder as he runs forward and moving certain things backwards. Also the adjacent of the pelvises as he's running as well, which you'll probably go ahead and do that. But those are the extra stuff. I want to get the basic stuff down packed, then we'll go in and kind of freak it a little bit. There you have it, folks. Here's the final animation. It looks pretty good. Pretty good. I corrected a couple things, little body adjustments, body movements. But that's it for today, guys. And stay tuned. New vids dropping weekly. Appreciate the support. And peace. I'm out. See you next time.